Our Creator King made man in his image and likeness, placed man on the earth alongside many animal species, meaning man was wired with the authority to think and control everything, just as Jesus Christ did. Humans are the greatest and most intelligent mammals in the food chain arena. Amazingly, humans are so small in size when compared to some creatures like the elephants and whales. In fact, we seem minuscule. But with a microscopic vision, we'll find some animals a whole lot smaller than us. So small that we can hardly find them in the wild, let alone understand how they even survive to complete the circle of their lifespans amongst predators and scavengers. Please, permit me go further to bring us closer to the lives of some of the smallest animal species sharing this earth with us but almost going unnoticed by many. Number 1 is the Monte Iberia dwarf frog. This is the world's tiniest frog of about 0.4 inches, 1 centimeter in size, very toxic in nature and endemic to the rainforest of Cuba and Brazil. For survival and protection, it hunts and feeds on insects, moths, and spiders. It emits bitter odor and produces muscle-paralyzing toxins, called pamiliotoxins, in the skin, and its vividly colored skin is to alert potential predators like birds, fish, and frogs that it is not safe for the consumption. Lucy Kirkpatrick, a lecturer at the School of Environmental and Natural Sciences at Bangor University in North Wales, developed tracking devices for these tiny ecosystem engineers, as they are critical in making sure the food web functions properly. If you want to conserve an animal, Kirkpatrick explains, you need to know what it's doing, for better or for worse. Number 2 is the Pigmy Marmoset, or Cebuella pygmea. This is the world's smallest monkey. These tiny creatures are widely spread across the Amazon rainforests in Brazil, Peru, Bolivia, Colombia, and Ecuador, and tend to be between 4.6 to 6.2 inches, 11.7 to 15.7 centimeters tall, and can wrap around a human's finger at 4.6 inches tall. Pygmy marmosets live in the dense regions of the evergreen forests, where there is abundant availability of food trees and love the sight of water, hence, are often seen to be dwelling mostly in the areas close to the river. These monkeys are gregarious. They live in groups of 2 to 9 individuals with 1 or 2 adult males and females. There is also 1 breeding female along with her offspring. Baby pygmy marmosets are taken care of by the whole group, the adults and even the other siblings. Typically, the baby monkey spends 2 consecutive birth cycles in its group. They use their power of vocalization, very similar to that of human babies, to verbally connect to the adults. It has been noticed that a maximum of 5 individuals in a single group would take care of and provide food to the infant pygmy marmoset. The father of a baby pygmy marmoset keeps an eye on impending predators. Those others who take care of the baby help the father in this act. The pygmy marmoset mostly feed on tree gum, resin, sap, spiders, latex, nectar fruits, and small insects, grasshoppers. For this, they make holes on the bark of the sap-producing plants, vines, and trees by their special set of teeth made for the purpose. They lick the secretion coming out of the tree with its tongue. Insects, especially butterflies, get attracted to this secretion and also falls a prey to the marmoset's appetite, which are also a part of the diet of the marmoset monkeys. Number 3 is the Chihuahua. This is the smallest dog breed on Earth. They are named after the state of Chihuahua in Mexico, since that is where the first Chihuahua lived. History has it that Spanish travelers visited Mexico with dwarfed dogs from China and were made to bred with the native hairless dog breeds in Mexico, producing the species later known as Chihuahua. They are very nervous animals that are fiercely loyal to one specific owner. They also like other Chihuahuas and can be aggressive to other breeds. The height of a Chihuahua varies proportionately more than any other breed out there. The standard weight ranges from 3 to 7 pounds. but smaller Chihuahuas do exist and are renowned for their tiny stature, usually weighing no more than 8 pounds, with an average height of just 8 to 13 inches. The average lifespan of a Chihuahua is typically estimated between 14 and 16 years. Chihuahuas are generally considered full-grown between 9 to 12 months and has a gestation period of between 63 to 65 days. Heart failure is a leading cause of death of Chihuahuas in their golden years, and 75% of the heart disease is caused by valve deterioration. A valve that regulates blood flow slowly becomes deformed so that it no longer closes tightly. Blood then leaks back around the valve and strains the heart. Death. The secret to keeping a Chihuahua healthy is watching her diet, which are turkey, chicken, fish, and lean beef, making sure she gets plenty of exercise, regularly brush her teeth and coat, and call a pet emergency hospital when something seems unusual. Number 4 is the speckled padloper tortoise, or dwarf tortoise. It is the smallest species of tortoise on Earth and is endemic to South Africa. These tortoises are most active early in the morning and are naturally found in an area of South Africa called Mukkeland. It grows to be between 2.4 to 3.1 inches, 6.1 to 7.9 centimeters long. The entire population of the species exists exclusively in the Little Namaqualand region of South Africa. It has orange-brown shell and covered in hundreds of black spots, with males having a noticeably concave belly, and their existence status is near threatened. Like other tortoises, the speckled padloper is an herbivore and feeds on the leaves and flowers of various plants in the area. They are successfully kept and bred in enclosures measuring at least 0.75 to 1.00 millimeters for an couple and 1.95 for a male with 2 females. Single adult individuals require at least 0.40 to 0.50 meter area. Females make a nest of eggs in between rocks in damp soil, and the hatchlings will emerge after roughly 100-120 days with a lifespan around 20 to 40 years. Number 5 is the Spruce-Fir-Moss-Spider, or Microhexura montevega. The southern Appalachians are home to the highest peaks east of the Mississippi River. This highly endangered spider is the world's smallest tarantula. Historically, they are known from 4 different mountain peaks in western North Carolina and 1 in eastern Tennessee. In North Carolina, the species has been recorded from Mount Mitchell, Yancey County, Grandfather Mountain, Avery, and Caldwell counties, and Mount Collins and Clingman's Dome, Swain County. In Tennessee, the species has been recorded only from Mount LeConte in Sevier County. The Spruce-Fir-Moss-Spider is found on humid, mossy surfaces and is limited to elevations at or above 5,400 feet, making the Roan Highlands, precisely the southern Appalachian region, is one of the last remaining strongholds for the spider. It is about the size of a pencil eraser. According to a report from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, moss spiders feed on mites and springtails and are the top predator in its microhabitat. Females lay their eggs in June, with spiderlings emerging during September. Modes of dispersal of spiderlings from the parental moss mats are unknown. There are only 6 surviving populations remaining throughout the spider's entire range due to loss of mature Fraser firs, invasive pests, mainly the woolly adelgid beetle, habitat destruction and fragmentation, climate change. Trampling the fragile moss mats the spider depends upon are easily trampled by off-trail hikers and rock climbing. Staying on trail to avoid damaging their habitat will go along to helping these beautiful species.